besties, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Esther. If you are here for the first time, please don't forget to subscribe, and if you're returning, thank you so much for always coming back. You are appreciated. So in today's video, I want to give a shout out to Sigani Smith and Juliet Main Bay. I hope I pronounce your names right, guys. Thank you so much for interacting with me in the comment section, liking and sharing my videos. So in today's video, as you can tell by the title, I am going to give you a few hints or questions, interview questions of a healthcare assistant or a senior carer in the UK. So without wasting any time, let's get right into the video. Okay, so just a disclaimer before we dive into the video. These questions are just to give you an idea of how the interview goes or how it looks like, but do not expect the same exact questions. Let's move on to the questions. So I have a book in front of me with 16 questions. I've consulted my friends, people from Namibia that I know, that recently just relocated to the UK as senior carers. So they gave me this set of questions because myself, I'm not a senior carer, I'm a nurse, but I'll make a separate video for the nursing interview questions. All right, let's get into it again. All right, question number one that they normally or commonly ask is introduce yourself. Okay, so please guys, don't go and tell them, no, I'm a 25-year-old mother of two and whatnot. So this question is mostly on your, it's mostly asking about your career path, your education, and it's not a personal question, to be honest. They will not be interested to know how many children you have or, you know, how big is your family. Do you get what I mean? So, all right. So the second common question that they normally ask is, why do you think you are the best candidate for this role? Again, here you need to sell yourself. Really, you need to paint a good picture. You need to tell them you're hardworking and, you know, all the, you know, everything good about you. Okay, another question, why do you want to join our company? Why do you feel the need, or why do you want to join our company? It's another question. You could actually say that's why you need to do a background check about the company, so you can tell them, no, it's a good company according to the research that I did. I found that it's a good company, good reputation, you know, good wages, it treats its employees very well and all that. So yeah, so I'm not going to give you answers in these videos, but I'm just giving you a few hints. Okay, so the other question is, if you are the senior carer on shift and the two other colleagues call in sick, what do you do? What do you do if the other colleagues call in sick and you are the senior carer on shift? What do you do? What do you do? All right. Okay, let's move on to the next question. Like I said, I'm not giving answers here because you answer according to how you feel. You must just be creative, and so you just score, you know, score the points, right? So if you are a senior carer on shift and you realize or you notice that you don't have enough equipment or enough materials to use on the shift, what do you do? What do you do? Again, you just need to be critical about your answers. You know, you inform the team leader or the registered nurse, of course. The other question that they commonly ask is, why do you want to relocate to the UK? Yeah, this is a personal question. You have your own reasons why you want to relocate to the UK, so give them that answer. All right, let's move on to the next question. The other most commonly asked question is, tell us about the mission, the vision, and the values of this company. Again, that is why I said you need to study this company before the interview. You need to read about it, the background, what they offer, the services that they offer, their missions, their values, and their reviews as well. You just need to find out, read about it, and just know what type of company this is. Okay. The other question is, so what do you know about safeguarding? Okay, so safeguarding is something very, very important in the UK. It is very, very important. So you really, really need to know what is safeguarding, what is important about safeguarding. And it is it's understandable. Safeguarding is just, keeping everyone safe, keeping your residents or your patients and yourself and other employees safe. So what is important about it? Everybody must just feel safe in the workplace, in the residential home, in their room, in the hospital. That is what it means. Moving on to the next question. So the next question is, if you are on shift caring for the residents or the patients, and one of the resident of patient choke, what will be your reaction? What will be your reaction? So again, you really, really need to read about nursing or healthcare in the UK. These are important things that you really need to, know about. And when you do your online courses, these are the important courses that you need to do: safeguarding, choking, dementia care, and all that. So that you can just have a background and an idea of, how to go about things. I know they will come and train you when you start. They will come and train you about all those things. But for the interview sake, you also need to, read yourself online. Okay? So if you are a senior carer or a healthcare assistant on shift, and you notice that a leader on the shift, or somebody else on the shift, a colleague, is abusing a resident or is abusing a patient, what will be your immediate action? Will you stop them immediately? Will you tell them what you're doing is wrong? Will you report to somebody else? What will be your immediate reaction? Okay, that is a very, very important question. Another question that could possibly be part of your interview is, what will you do if you find a resident or a patient on the floor? What will you do? I mean, they are not supposed to be on the floor, but you enter their room and you find them on the floor. It's either they put themselves on the floor or they fell. And this is where the safeguarding issue comes in, meaning that there's risk of injury or there is even possible injury. So what do you do? What do you do? All right. All right, let's move on to the next question, guys. Is, what does dementia care means to you? So you need to know what is dementia, especially if you are coming to work in a care homes. You need to know what is dementia. Let's move on to the following question. What do you regard, or what do you understand by patient-centered care? What do you understand by that? What do you understand by that? Patient-centered care. Very, very important. Okay? What do you understand by mental capacity? Or what do you know about mental capacity? I mean, we all know mental capacity is when they evaluate your mental ability, whether you are able to make decisions on your own and all that. So what do you understand by mental capacity? Okay? Right. Moving on to the following question. What does compassionate in care means to you? What does compassionate in care means to you? Oh, the final question is, how did you handle COVID-19 in your country? How were you protecting yourselves in general? Okay. So yeah, this is the end of the questions. So in the interviews, there's normally no right or wrong answers in the interview, but honestly, you need to be creative, you need to be spot on, and you need to be interesting, and not just tell people about your hobbies, especially in that first question where they ask you to tell them about yourself. Don't go around telling them, I like netball, I like traveling. No, come on. It's more like your career wise or your educational point of view. So we've come to the end of today's video. I hope this video was helpful. This is just a few questions out of the many possible questions, but these are very important questions. So yeah, just if you are preparing for an interview, please just make sure that you read about the company, know their missions, their visions, and their values, and then you will be on the safe side. So I'll see you in the next video. If you did not subscribe yet to this channel, please do consider subscribing. It is a bye for now. Ciao.